Well, welcome, family and friends, to the Friday edition of the Catalina Foothills Devotional. I'm John Miller, and for the next couple of Fridays, we are going to delve into the book of Proverbs and extract some wisdom. And the reason we're doing that is because of just some of the opening verses of Proverbs, and I want to read them to you right here. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the simple. I like that one. To give knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. To understand a proverb and a saying, the words of the wise and their riddles. And so we are going to look at some of these riddles today for just a few minutes. And I'd like to start off by reading some passages that will indicate to you and me whether we are wise people or not. How do you know if you're a wise person? Here we go. All right. The first proverb comes from Proverbs 9, 8, and 9. And it says this: do not reprove a mocker, or they will hate you. Reprove a wise person, and they will love you. Instruct the wise, and they will increase in their learning. Teach a righteous person, and they will be wiser still. And so we can see from this that if you're a wise person, you will love to be rebuked. You will love to be corrected. The reason you will love that is because you're looking for flaws in your own character, and apparently someone has come up with what they think is an area of correction in your life, and you're all ears. See, it doesn't mean that you agree with everything they're going to say, but because you want to develop and grow in the maturity as a believer, you're looking for those chinks in your own armor, and somebody may be exposing those to you, and so you love them for that because you want to grow in righteousness. There's another verse in Proverbs 25:12 that says, like a gold ring or an ornament of gold is a wise reproof to a listening ear. And so it will, if you're a wise person, you will want to hear this. It's like a gold ring or an ornament of gold to hear reproof. And reproof is correction in love. Not necessarily do we go out of our way to want to hear correction, want to hear critiquing or criticism, but a wise person will be very open to it. Okay? Let's discuss another verse that will indicate to you and to me whether we are wise people or not. How about Proverbs 10:19, which says, where there are many words, transgression is unavoidable, but he who restrains his lips is wise. Where there are many words, where you're talking a whole lot, the potential of stepping on yourself, in other words, saying something that might offend someone, the potential goes up just because of the volume of words that we're using. And that's logical. If we just talk a lot, sooner or later, we're going to say something we wish we hadn't said. So the proverb goes on to say, but he who restrains his lips is wise. He who holds back what he could say, but he doesn't say, is wise. And we need to heed that today. And if we're a wise person, we will want to hold back our words, to restrain our lips when we could say something. Another indication of a wise person comes from 13:20, Proverbs 13:20. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. He who walks with wise people will be wise, but a companion of fools will suffer harm. This is a really good one for youth in particular, but really for all of us Who are we hanging around with? Who are we listening to? Who are we allowing to truly affect our life? Um, he who walks with, hangs around, listens to wise people that'll end up dripping off on you, and you will have wisdom as well. But if you hang around people who are foolish, who lack understanding, lack wisdom, and you're just kind of hanging around them in order to extract from them principles of life, you're apt to come up with some bad principles that you'll inculcate into your own life. How about another one? How about 16:21, which says, the wise of heart is called discerning, and sweetness of speech increases persuasiveness. So the wise of heart are called discerning, and you will tend to have sweetness of speech, and that will increase persuasiveness in those that you are having a conversation with. Sweetness of speech. Another way to put it is Proverbs 15:1, which says, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. A soft answer turns away wrath. You just have wisdom in when you're discussing someone with another person, and conflict is a potential there, or you're in the midst of conflict, and yet giving a soft answer, being careful with the kind of words that we use, shows that we're wise. And yet a harsh word just stirs up anger. And think of that for spouses that are feuding together and saying words that offend and hurt and are harsh. They're just going to stir up anger. And so a soft answer, to change the dynamic and the tension in the air. The person that does that is wise. To give you one more verse along that line is 16:24. Gracious words are a honeycomb, and they're sweet to the soul, and they're healing to the bones. So gracious words are a honeycomb. They're sweet to the soul, and actually healing to the bones, healing to the body. So words are powerful, and Proverbs has a lot to say about the use of words. We are a wise person if we use words wisely and carefully in order to build up and not break down. So these are a couple of Proverbs for us today, and you can go over these and re-listen to this video to find out if you are a wise person or not. So you have a great weekend. Love you all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.